Hey, Joseph. I see that you're on, but it does show that you're muted. So if you want to talk, you can unmute yourself. Hey, Angel and Kim. Can you guys hear me? Unmute your phone. See if you can unmute your phone.
Can you hear us?
Here we go. Okay, I think I unmuted it.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I love your hair.
Good, good. It's temporary, but thank you.
Mine's permanent.
I would agree. It's permanently gone.
I can live with that.
Yep. Did anybody get a dial-in number when you logged in?
It was on the thing.
Okay.
You need it?
If you can get it, that'd be great. Terrell is asking for it, and
It's you need the PIN number?
not just the whole dial-in number where you can dial in on the phone. Do you know what that is?
It's I'm not phone savvy like y'all are. Sorry.
Okay.
Wait a minute, let me do it on my, because you got, okay. You got
It's 425, right?
No, baby, that's
okay.
that's.
If you all get it, just put it in the group chat thing.
Okay. I know.
In the where I reminded people about the Zoom.
Oh, you know what? It was at the beginning of the. Here it is. Wait a minute. Let me write it down so I can put it. 1 6 4 6 8 7 6. 9 2 3. And then 9 9 5 1 6 1 8 8 3. Oh.
I lost you guys. Where are you?
Yep, we're back.
No, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to find where you guys went to on my screen.
Oh.
I don't see anybody anywhere. Okay, there we go. I think. Yikes. I saw you for a second and then. All right. Okay. Hey, Chris.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
Great, great, great.
Good, good. Hey, Joe. Can you unmute yourself, Joe? Joseph. Joseph, I want you to unmute yourself because I'm trying to come out and start out with you, the newest guy on the block tonight.
How y'all doing, people?
Hey, Steven.
As y'all see, I'm at the gym, as y'all see.
All right. Nothing wrong with multitasking. Appreciate you being here.
Problem?
All right, guys, we're going to get started in 60 seconds. Hey, Terrell, I see you just popped on. Thank you, Angel, for giving out that number. There's people who said they needed that. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, in the car.
All right. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and start our chat. I wanted to start out with Joseph, and I wish that Al was on. Hopefully, he'll be joining us because his team has really been putting some people in consistently the last 2 weeks, and they got a real system that's they're having some really good success with. So I just wanted him to talk about that a little bit because they really adding good numbers of people to their team. It seems like every day someone is joining. But let's hit sample system. Let's hit the update call, some of the things that you heard from that kind of really, piqued your interest and that you're going to make sure that you use for the growing of your team. Because I was talking to Dr. Darrell today, and I'm just like, man, this sample system is just like so easy to use to get business, for me. And I'm like, I don't know if everybody gets it or maybe they're not really knowing how to use it. But is there anybody, because I know I had a person who was like, no, I don't really like the sample system much. I'm like, okay, you must not really get how to use it because it's like helping me to get engagement and to get customers and to get conversations started. So what are you guys doing with the sample system, if anything, or not?
Well, I love the sample system. I like what's best I like about it is that you can choose who to give it to and who not to give it to. Serious inquiries only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, it pretty much, like it says, sells itself. And so it's pretty much, it's planting the seed and then you wait for it to germinate and you call and you have this conversation with folks about the 7-minute video. What did they think about it? And you get mixed things. I've heard it's too long. The video is so long, I got distracted. Okay, but what did you get from the video? So, and then once you start summing it up and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I would love to try it. So we got samples out and we're trying to see, waiting for the folks to bite. But in the meantime, we're still checking on folks as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other emails that you can send to them too with different information about each product. Even if you just didn't, you have some people that are interested in getting more information. If you just text it to them, you could send multiple texts because they like it. About them. Hey, look, I know that you have diabetes, and hey, I know that you're always on the go. Why don't you try this Thrive, or just check it out? Look at the ingredients, or if it's something that that they're already taking that you can correlate with that. It's just, to me, it's perfect. And for $10, you don't have to worry about anything, and they send it out. Come on now, you can't beat that.
Well, Angel really hit on some key points. One of those being, I didn't know, are you saying the company provides different emails or are these emails you're creating?
These are emails that I've created.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, the company has that whole book that I printed out, with 399,000 pages when you first get your your emails and everything, and it lays out the template. I just changed the words for folks that I know that can better understand it, and it sounds more like me. Um, and just to make that connection, and you just send it out to folks. It's you have to get creative with it, or it will get stale. With anything, you just have to switch it up and get creative.
Well, and that's perfect, guys, what she's saying. I want you all to understand that, I mean, email does still work, and especially once you've made the connection. So just email is how that you're gonna like keep the communication going. I know plenty of people, you guys hear me often talk about my mother and how she does her business building. As soon as she gets into something she's excited, man, she's creating this exciting email, and the energy of what she feels is put into the words on the screen, and she can send out an email to people on her list and have people joining, you know? So that's a good point. And then what Angel said about the ingredients, if somebody needs to know about that, we have a page of Thrive that shows the ingredient list or whatever. There may be a time, save that in your phone, that you need to send that to somebody as extra information that they need. And what she said about being able to approve a person or not is really key. So there was this lady today, once I put out a video, and she was like, oh, I really want to try that Thrive. Well, just because the situation of who she was and how things are with her, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't want my $10 to go there. So I had Thrive here. So I put 3 that I had in an envelope. I think this is flat enough just to go with a stamp. Maybe I put 2 stamps. And so instead of doing that, I'm just sending her 3 from myself. So I love, so like Angel said, we have options of how we want to do it.
We have so with the daybreak that we've been doing with that as well. Instead of putting out that whole $10, if they're a little iffy and you're not really sure you're gonna get, I mean, you never can be really sure, but sometimes if it's a little shaky. And I would rather rip you off a few to try and sample versus I could put that $10 someplace else.
Right. That's good. And so when I call people back, like when I was looking at my system today and I saw some people, I call people back. If I don't get you and I don't know you, I'm just not going to approve you. I'm going to wait until I can talk to you and have the conversation. Maybe, I can send out an email, say, hey, look, we're looking to get in touch with you before I approve your sample, but I'm just not going to approve just, anybody. Like you said, we're going to talk and make sure that investment is well spent. And then what I am finding for my people, for the most part, the people I talk to, they're really excited about trying it. I mean, they really want to. That's why they requested it. I have some people in the group who are requesting it for their people. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that. Why are you shaking your head no, Angel?
Because it kind of defeats the whole purpose. You want them to actually take the effort, just put in a little effort, go look at that video, because you're planting a seed to germinate. You just don't want to just give products away.
That's right.
And one other thing that I was going to say that I like about it, my daughter went on and she ordered a sample.
Okay.
I'm right here, y'all. Come on. But she ordered a sample of the Thrive, and of course I did not. But it was cute. I thought it was cute. And but you have those options. But definitely, I'm not ordering it for you if you can't put in a little effort to do it yourself. Right. Whether you borrow a computer or have your younger child, if you're not, you have folks that say, well, I'm really not into computers like that, and whatever. There's ways. Hey, I'll pull up my computer right here so you can check it out, or I'll pull it up on my phone for you and you can look at that. The whole point is I want you to look at that video and give me some sort of feedback, and then I know what I need to do from that point.
And as leaders and entrepreneurs, I want you guys just to imagine in time what can happen for your volume and your organization as you get your team members doing what it is that we're doing. Can you imagine when you have people who are sampling so much, it's like every couple of days they want to go in and purchase more credits because they're having so much success giving away the product and then getting the feedback and getting people to purchase that they need to buy more credits, and those credits are commissionable. So you guys got to understand, every time people in your downline purchase credits is just like them purchasing product. You get that volume, it goes into your legs for you to get paid off of, whatever leg that person is in. So I'm telling you, once you get, so what I'm depending on is you all going to your people and really selling them the vision, following up with them and see if they're using the system and why not, and inspiring them, to use it. And it says, y'all heard the term that says, systems don't fail, people do. And so without a system or a track to run on, most people are just like, they don't know what to do, how to proceed, or whatever. But that sample system is something that if you can get your people in tune to it, and it shouldn't have to, it's not hard to understand, they should be able to, okay, like today, I made a video. Somebody else may make a post. Somebody else may talk to people, but I made a post about giving away something for free. That generated leads, because it's about lead generations. The people who really wanted it, they went to the site. Immediately, I had about 5 people, in there who I could, approve. It allowed me to have conversations. And even the thing I even like, now that we have these different options and they choose the product that they want, you can even get into questions to find out, okay, I see that you chose Daybreak. I see that you chose Thrive. What made Thrive be your product of choice? What made you choose Daybreak over the other ones? So it lends for some great conversation for you to listen and get them to outflow. You get them talking, and that way you find out their needs and find out, their problems about their health, and then you can be a solution to that. So this all is really, really is really good. Anybody else have any comments or feedback or anything to share about how you're using the sample system?
Yes,
Everybody, when
yes.
you come in, okay, yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I decided to kind of change my strategy around at work. What I usually do in the morning, I take my Thrive in the morning before I leave to work. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to start doing this in front of the guys at my job. In the last 3 days, I've been taking a half bottle of water, pouring my Thrive into my half bottle of water, shaking it up and drinking it. And of course, they are already curious about me anyway, because they like, I got a lot of energy. I work out, so they like, what you doing? What you taking, man? So, and they always see my post on Facebook. So I let them know about the Thrive that I'm taking, and I'm like, you know what, man? You can get a free sample. So I had 3 people in the last 3 days to order samples just off watching me drink it at work the last 3 days. So I'm gonna do this every morning now. I'm taking my Thrive, my O2 in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So they already been curious. So I might as well take advantage of it. So I got 3 people to get samples this week off just me drinking it at work every morning. So I just advise guys to just do it in front of people, do it in public, do it in front of everybody. It'll definitely bring that curiosity about what we're taking in our product.
Excuse me. Oh, that is powerful. You've heard me say over the last few years, those of you who've been around that long, that we have to play the game in front of the fans. Social media allows us to do that. Taking the product right in front of people allows you to do that. It gets them asking questions, and bam, now they go into your system. So that is that's a really a great thing for you to do, definitely. So thank you for sharing that. Anybody else? Any tips or tricks or anything you've been doing with the sample system? Hey, Chris, how about Dwayne or any of your people, or Sandra or any of them? Have they started using the system yet?
Sandra, she's been using it lately. She's been sharing it a lot, sharing it with her people. I'm just trying to get the rest of them on board to doing it on a regular basis, and just at least posting about it or reaching out to people. They're moving kind of slow, but I get them around.
Okay, awesome. So today, I don't know if you all saw the video that I made with the sample system, about the sample system. I posted it on my wall, but then I shared into the group because I wanted other people to see too. So real quick, what I did is I showed all the products without really getting into depth about what they did, because I want the video to be quick. And then at the end, I even let them know my intention was that, hey, I want to get this in your hand for free, but my hope is that you do come back and purchase it. I thought I had the posture to say that because I'm a business person. I want to sow into you. This is something good. I do hope you come back and buy a full pack. And for me, I just wanted to put that out there to them for that expectation, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So there's just different ways to do it, guys. Have fun with it. If you're a video person, or if you want to be a video person, make videos about it. I need to do a better job now of putting the videos that I make on Facebook, on YouTube, because I'm behind with that. Let me tell you guys this. I have so many people who still call me about the postcards. And yes, we have postcards, and if people want to do that, but the postcards get them calling me, like Denise Williams, who you may know from the group who just joined about a week and a half ago. She called me because of the postcards, right? Because people see the postcards and they think, oh, simple system, whatever. But real quick, I tell them, yeah, we have the postcard system, but that's not my marketing way of choice. And the reason why I don't like it is because as much it works, but you need to put a whole lot of postcards in the market, then it costs you such and such. I prefer things that are free, but that still drives people to me. And I know if you get into making videos about the sample system, guys, we flood that YouTube. I mean, people are just looking for a way that they perceive to be simple, right? Not that we don't want just people who are looking for something easy to call us, but it does get your phone ringing. And one thing that it can do is to appeal to some leaders. You can talk about how you finally have a system that works for the masses. You have a system that works for the 80%ers as well as the 20%ers as well. Because you're not going to have, so let's say if you're a leader, you're one of the 20%ers in the industry, but most of your organization is going to be the 80%ers. You need something for them, those people who want to make $500 to $1,000 a month. And we have a system that now you can help everybody. So the leaders may still do things a different way, but they may use the sample system somewhat, but the sample system really helps the masses to feel empowered. Those people who may be scared of selling. And then we can use the lines that Dan has. Well, listen, you know what? Don't worry that you're afraid of selling. What would you rather do? Sell or give something away? Or I'd rather give what's easier. Oh, giving something away. You've got that. So really use these points to empower people and see how it'll be different for them because of this system.
Awesome. Yeah, I like to add too, Bunmi, that with all the things that people are doing is to try to get those people as Facebook friends as well also. Because you're going to need them to be your friend anyways if they join in order for you to put them into the group. So that's one of the things that I try to find a way to coach them into being my Facebook friend as well too. It's one of my first things that I do is to.
Hey Al,
yes.
do me a favor. I got to run away for 30 seconds real quick. But I wanted you on anyway in the beginning because I know Dr. Darrell was talking to me today, and he was like, yeah, Al, got some real good things going, with their team and what they're doing and whatever. And I know, I think it started, from Joe and the people Joe's been putting in, and just kind of share some with the team what you all have been doing and what's working for you.
Sure. One of my biggest things is for me to remember that this thing is also all about duplication. So for the past few weeks or a month or so, I've definitely been out there going after, looking for leaders and looking for people who would just try the product. That sampling system, I think, it's like the invention of bread to me, sliced bread, because I consider the easiest tripwire product was what I call it. A tripwire, meaning something that's easy for someone to say yes to. And that they feel comfortable. And what can it be for someone to try something first before they buy it? And people are blown away by that. But anyways, so as people are coming in, we're getting them to come in with the samples. And then also my objective is to get them to get the O2 system, the 15 to 1495 system, because that really will get them to be able to do exactly what I've done. Because my whole thing is that when they come in, listen, all you need is two. And as Angel has spoken about earlier, is that I'm checking to see if they watched that video. I send people back to that video and not even approve them if they haven't watched that video. Because I don't want them to be thinking they have to sell and know that they have to start being telling about the plan and stuff like that. I'm really sensitive to that part, because I know that's what a lot of people are going to use for excuses. Oh, I don't sit as good as you and all this. So it's like, did you watch the video? What you like best about it? Well, I'm not for sure. I tell you what, go to sampledaybreakforfree.com, watch that, and then you can also be able to choose which product you want. I'm bringing them back to that. I'm not going to let them use that against me later on about they can't do this business. So you're doing the right thing when you're telling them to go and watch that video. I want to hear a little bit about what they've seen. So now that those guys that I put into the system and their business partners, and they try the product, guys, our product, as we all know, is phenomenal. It works within 10 to 15 minutes. And someone was telling us the other night about how you got to give a person that vision about the product, the expectations. With our product, the expectations is fine. I'm telling them, within 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to see the results of this product. The ingredients are amazing, and they are. It has the chaga, it has the acai berry, and all this stuff. And so when they get it and they take it, they know what to expect. And so now the team, Joseph's team, is starting to duplicate the whole thing about getting their people within 48 hours. 48 hours. That's what I'm telling you. This is only going to take you 48 hours to get your person. And then Tim McDonald, let's see, Walter Mallory, he has one person on his right. He has a whole bunch of reds, but he's got one more person to get before he become team qualified. So everyone now is thinking and knowing that in order to get these bonuses and that 2-team pay, you want to get that second person. You want to get qualified, that 2-team stuff, as we say at times. So that's really the thing now, and this is about duplication. I can sponsor as 100 people, but if anyone's not duplicating, it's not doing me anything. And people only see me as being the one that can sponsor. I don't want that. So it's like, no, we duplicate this. So I'm spending time with individual persons, and we're gonna focus on getting your 2. So let's do it.
That's good. That's good. Okay, couple things I want to piggyback on. Number one, guys, I think with the sample system is really good if we have a domain name like he has. So mine's Blue Pill for free, even though it's not just a blue pill anymore, but it's just a domain name. So encouraging people to get that domain name. And Al, talk real quick about how you get them in the door, but then they see the other stuff and they order the product. So there's more volume than just.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why, I know, we want that volume, but a lot of people are apprehensive, even regardless of what I say to a degree. They feel, okay, I hear what you're saying, but, I'm spending money, so I'm still going to be cautious to some degree. The $14.95 is to get them into the door. And then and if you send them samples, they see what that product does for them. And then when they learn about the Thrive and the O2 drops, and that's something too I'm finding. If a person says that the Daybreak does not work for them, get them on the O2. It's I don't know why that happens, but the person that the Daybreak didn't work for necessarily, the O2 does what the Daybreak was supposed to do.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's probably a biological chemistry with that person.
With their own body, yeah.
With their own body. So yeah, but when they start going in the back office, I'll even take them to their back office and I ask them, are you in front of your computer? And that's what I'm not getting afraid of doing anymore too, is that I want to know, are you on your computer? Because then I can walk you through everything and show you that back office. And when they start seeing that O2 drops, now they're like saying, oh, okay, I think I want that Thrive stuff. And as soon as they say that Thrive stuff, I'm saying, well, you're going to want that O2 also, because they combine the combination of oxygenating your cells. And so now I'm learning myself as far as using these terms and some of the stuff that Bunmi has said, her verbiage, and some of Dr. Darrell's stuff, things that he said, it just starts coming up into the brain now. And I think that it's part of being in front of enough people to be able to say these things.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, when we share testimonials, whether it is for the business or for the products, and we share them in the group, because by this time we know we need to put it on our walls and whatever for people who are not in the business. But when we share them in the group, it helps everybody in the group for validation of the new people. So make sure you're adding your people to the group. Then make sure you and your people are being active in the group, because when you share a testimonial, in the group, like today, I put the video of my son mixing up the Thrive. Well, I know basically, let's say everybody in the group is already in the business. Some people may be free, but that's like validation to help you get more volume. Like people may say, oh, wow, she has her kid drinking it. Oh, I need to get it for my child. And that might make somebody in your team buy, which is more volume. So when we can, even in the group, share things and share testimonials and experiences, that really helps everybody, because you never know when somebody from your team is watching and they see, Chris's excitement about the business and like, man, he's fired up. Maybe something I'm missing because I haven't been excited. Let me get in tune to this. Or, maybe somebody's talking about how they lost, like the guy Chris, who went from 288 to 245, and and they see that. I'm really trying to get his sponsor to make a video and keep putting that out, because that's powerful, going from 288 to 245 since December. Blood pressure was 160 over 100. Now it's normal, and he's been taken off of one of his blood sugar medications. All of that from taking one Thrive a day. I said, how many are you taking, 1 or 2? He said, oh, I'm not taking 2. If I took 2, I would never eat. So, it's one Thrive a day. And this has happened to this man since December. We got to tell those stories more. We got 2 minutes left, guys. I figured we don't got to be on here long. And see, Dr. Darrell, what you got for us, Dr. Darrell, before we go?
I'm just listening to Al. Really proud of him. Following, guys. You got to understand, you're in control of the conversation. When you tell people testimonies and not in a salesy way after they come in with the $14.95 or even the samples, Al does a great job of getting them to getting something else while they're coming in. It's all about, giving them information, testimonies. Everybody want to have energy. I always use this word. Don't you want to be smarter? What do you mean? The daybreak makes you smarter. People love to hear that. It makes you smarter. Yeah, it's people that are using it. They got better memory. They have they got the energy. They got the nutrition. I say it does 3 different things. The energy, the CI, the Marky, the different superfood, noni is in there. And then you're smarter. I call it smarter. That's my opinion, because people are remembering more. They are more alert. And that is a great thing. Just like I was telling you yesterday, I was at my favorite automotive shop. That I go up there. A friend of mine owns it. And he started talking about, when I mentioned it to one of his customers, I sold one O2 ball, and I sold some day, just because he stuff works. He said, I remember stuff I usually don't remember, and I am more focused, and I just remember stuff. And people are buying it, because of right there, because of what he said. So guys, keep it in mind. Talk about your product, have products on you, use a sampling system, but understand that when people come on board, you're in charge. It's like you're interviewing them, what do you like? And you telling them about the other product. If you really want to make this business work, you want to get some, to $14.95. I think when Al does his, if it's not all of them, but it's probably 90% of them, you tell me if I'm wrong, Al, when they come in and want a sample, he gets them on the $14.95.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the deal.
Right.
And even though they came in to just to get the sample, isn't that right, Al? Is that 90% or 100% of the people?
No, that's good 90% of the time, because it's that blueprint system is that I want them to duplicate just what I'm doing with them. And also I talk about that system. Listen, you get the tax bot system and those cards. And I have guys now that are buying not just one O2 blueprint, but they're buying 2. He wanted to get 5. Okay, he wanted to get 5 of them, and I was like, he says, yeah, man. He says, no, I want them to, I want to have the cards and the pass out to folks. I got folks that need it, and I got about 10 of them. So I was like, well, thinking, why don't you just buy a 30-day supply? Right. He's like, no, I want the cards to give to them because I want them to call that call center. But I'm conscious about that part too, because I'm telling, listen, you put the call center number on there. Put your number on there as well also. And I want you to follow up with these folks because you can't rely on just them calling the call center.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Guys, if you're not talkative, learn how just to give examples, and the more you do it, the better you'll feel about it. When they call in, you're in control. Don't feel like, well, I really want to get them on there. Start telling them about other things. Just think about that. When Al does that, he gets $7.50 back when he gets them to buy a blueprint, whichever one he does. And he sent out the sample. Guess what? He's only like a $2.50 instead of $10. Out for advertisement. Marketing. And you just send the product out. We know we're gonna have great results. $10 is $10. But if you get them to do the $14.95, and that means you're gonna get $7.50 back. So guess how much you got out there? $2.50. And then when you get them to buy a 30-day supply, guess what? That's even more money that you got coming in. So just keep that in mind. But you got to get those, like Bunmi says, get those likes and follow back up with likes when you send stuff out. Don't be real salesy. Don't be salesy. Give out information when people say I like it, or you got more information. They don't have to say they want more information. You can get back in touch with them. Those are all leads. But if you're only putting one out a month, testimonies from the group or from what someone told you or copying what Bunmi says, you're costing yourself money. You're not creating the money you could be creating. Back over to you, Bunmi.
That's right. Well, let me say this before we go. So I haven't checked today to see if the bigger packages are on our site or not, because believe me, I'm going to have a whole market of people who are going to be coming in for $297s and the $397s. I'm getting into that market too, because to have $200 to drop in your e-wallet, at one time, you guys deserve that. So we'll be talking more about getting into that market as well. And then something else I was going to say. Oh, I want us all to look at the several times the video that Dan does about the car bonus, and we'll talk about that next week, and just to really get an understanding of, what needs to happen on your team for the car bonuses to happen for you, because I want you guys to really be testimonials of having your car paid for by the company. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, it's 9:34. We're going to dismiss. Thank you guys for joining us for the last half an hour or so. See ya. Appreciate your energy and your commitment to the team and being on the Zoom. You have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you guys who shared.
So, Dr. Dale, we try to call in. Well, we can call him. Yeah. He calling.
Hi, Angel.
Good night.
Hi, good night. See you, Kim. I'm trying to end this thing.
Yeah, he gone. Okay, I'll call him.
Yeah.
Well, you can answer your phone, brother.